Candace? Candace, are you in there? Where you at? We haven't seen you. Where you been? Hello? Well, hello, YouTube fam. Yes, I have been missing in action. Those of you who reach out to me and go, Candace, where have you been? I've been working. Yeah, I've been working and doing a lot of stuff like that. Stuff I don't want to be doing, but I got to do it because you got to have money to survive, you know, one of them things. But anyways, I'm here and I'm alive, and I'm just not been making any content, and I am so sorry. It's just I really don't have a good excuse other than I've just been busy at work and busy in my home, and right now I'm about to go home and mow my yard because, well, it's pretty high. I kept thinking maybe that it would dry out enough that it would just eventually die, my yard. I don't have a lot to mow, but it never did, and now it's really high, and the dogs go out to go potty, and next thing I know, I lose a dog in all the grass. I'm at the Sonic, and I was going to get my usual Diet Dr. Pepper, and and the app said they were out. Imagine that. Can't imagine being out of Diet Dr. Pepper. Anyway, so let's drive home. Well, yesterday was Sunday, and so I worked a few hours yesterday. Sometimes I have to go in on the weekends if we have stuff we try to get done, if we have like a service. And if you're new to my channel, I am a funeral director apprentice, and so I work in a funeral home, and so I had to go into work yesterday because we had a family came in on Saturday, and so their funeral was not scheduled until Tuesday, which is tomorrow, but I still have to come in and do all the print work and get all that stuff done and ready to print the day of the service. So I went in for a few hours yesterday, and I did that, and then I went in late today because now I'm heading home, and I'm gonna go mow my yard because the temperature is like really nice. It's like 72 degrees today. That beats it being 995 degrees, what it usually is, because it's been really hot. And so I don't like to mow my yard when it's super duper hot because, well, I'm an old lady, let's just face it, and I don't like getting hot. So, anyways, yeah, so that's the extent, but I really have no good excuse of where I have been. I wake up in a new world every day. I mean, really, I do. I may go to bed with one idea, and I may wake up with a totally different idea, you know? It's just how I roll. It's just how I tell people. I mean, it's just how I roll. So, anyway, so I really have no excuse other than I just haven't made any content for YouTube. And I do appreciate those of you who have reached out to me and said, hey, you okay? Hey, where you been? Because that really means a lot to me to know that there are people out there that want to know what I've been doing and where I'm at. So I had done a live a couple weeks ago with Kathleen from Kathleen's Place, and if you haven't watched her channel, she is my friend from Canada, and I absolutely adore her, and so you make sure you need to go check out her content. And she's in the 50 club too, so she's not near to the end of the 50 club like yours truly is, but she's in the beginning of the 50 club. So, you know, over 50 content creators is what I mean by that. So anyways, go check out Kathleen's Place here on YouTube, and I'll remember to link it down below. And so her and I had done that, and then I had another one scheduled with somebody, well, with my friend Wylea, and then something came up with her. She had some things, you know, and then I had another one scheduled, but then I had some computer issues that needed to be worked out. And well, let's just put it this way, my daughter gave me a computer, they put a password on it, they couldn't remember it, she couldn't remember it. I basically had to figure out how to get past the password. So anyways, I finally got into it, and so now I've got to set up that desktop for myself to do my streaming and stuff. And if you'd like to collaborate and do a stream with me sometime, just let me know. I haven't picked a designated day yet. Kathleen and I had done one on Friday. Well, we did a couple of Fridays, so we're both trying to keep Fridays open. For me, Fridays are usually kind of hard because it's usually the end of a work week, and then I come in the evening, and I don't know about y'all, you had a full work week. It's just really hard to put on that YouTube creator cap. And, you know, and I do enjoy my time when I do get to stream, because I get to talk to so many of you, and usually through chat, but I love being able to reach out and talk to y'all, and for y'all to pop into my streams. It makes me happy. And but I do have a friend who is a boudoir photographer, which she does all kinds of different kinds of photography, but that's her main thing. So I'm hoping I can get Diane in, and I need to link her below too. I'm hoping I'd like to do a stream with her, kind of let y'all know about boudoir photography and what it's all about. I did do a boudoir photography after I had lost like 110 pounds. And anyways, it's just, I've done a couple of photo shoots with her, and I just love doing it. Not so much for anybody else, it's just for me. You know, I do it for me, I don't do it for anybody else. I did start therapy. I have been trying to find a therapist and just somebody to talk to. I mean, I just needed somebody just to kind of, I was trying to find a therapist that understood women of my age with ADHD. And I read a lot, I research a lot, I kind of really know how my brain clicks and how it goes, and when it works, how it works, when it works too. But I was in search of a therapist for just that, and I wanted a female because I have had some past trauma with some PTSD, and so I really wanted to talk to a woman about that. And so I could not find, I was trying to find somebody online. I wanted to do online therapy. I would rather do in-person therapy, but it's just really hard for me to get away from my work. And a lot of times therapists don't work before 8 o'clock in the morning, and they don't want to work after 4 o'clock in the evening or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I went to a company called Thriveworks, and they accepted my insurance. Well, I had to go through a couple of different therapists, and so I made sure I picked a therapist that was, you know, that worked with women of my age, with ADHD, PTSD. So I did find one. I really, really like her. I've only had 2 sessions with her. Last week she was kind of sick, but we still, you know, I told my son the first day I talked to her, it was like it just really got a lot of stuff off my chest. And I'm one of those people, when I'm anxious or anxiety or whatever bothers me, it's like, it's just, I feel like I definitely feel like I have an elephant sitting on my chest. So it really did help after I did the first session. And it's nice just to have somebody to sit there and listen to me. So anyways, but Thriveworks is what I finally found, somebody that would take my insurance and then accepted my insurance, my health insurance. So I did start that. I have been to therapy off and on over the years, but I've been really just struggling lately. It's not anything particular. I think it's just everything. I'm just one of those people. One, I'm a worrier, and it's not so much I worry about myself. I don't worry about my own health, or I just worry about those around me that I care about and that I love, especially my children, which they're adults. And that is one of the things I'm having to learn as far as a mother, especially a mother of empty nest. you know, my kids are adults now, you know, and I cannot control them, and I can't worry about everything they do. And because we know their dad doesn't worry about them as much as I do, which, you know, he went on and he's remarried. And, you know, sometimes I think maybe if I went on and remarried, and then I wouldn't have time to worry about my kids. I don't know. I don't think I would. I think I would always worry about my kids. And, you know, I just do. I worry about like their health, and I worry about their mental health. And, so anyways, I had just been kind of carrying a lot of stuff as far as being worried about my kids. Um, Financial things, I mean, I, I do worry about money, but you know, it's when you don't have it and can't pay your bill for that week, then you just, you know, you can't pay your bills. You just got to go on, you know. And so I do have some fears about that. Um, Things around my house, like if something breaks or it's not working, stuff like that bothers me. If my vehicle's not running correctly, I will get a little stressed out about silly things like that. So, I mean, it's just normal to be that way, I guess. Well, yay me. I had to drive to another town to get a Diet Dr. Pepper because the other town I couldn't get one for some reason. I don't know. Maybe Diet Dr. Pepper shortage? I don't know. I'm so sorry. My phone is in like so many different directions because I can't find a happy spot for it to sit. Well, I have to laugh because I planted so many zinnia seeds, and this is the small section that I got. And I planted all different colors, and it looks like all I got was pink and purple. This one kind of looks orange, but you know, orange or red. But my mother grew zinnias and could grow, look at that, there's some newbies right there. My mother could grow zinnias. I mean, she could just throw seeds out in the yard and grow them. So I don't remember how many packages and boxes of seeds I bought. They weren't real expensive, but this is my zinnia garden. I was kind of wanting it to go all the way around, but the grass kind of got to it. So anyways, I'm pretty happy. It is September. They'll be, I don't know, they might, oh boy, look, there's a bunch of newbies in there, new little buds. I may be having zinnias for a little while, but I love me some zinnias because they remind me so much of my mom. My mom, she would get angry though because she would plant them and hers would grow so tall and beautiful, and she had so many different colors, and then the deer would come up and eat them. And she gets so mad. I just think they're one of the most unique flowers. They make me happy.